Good numbing. Hello YouTube and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Last time we left, we basically finished most of the main game. The only thing that's left is the final boss. So we started working on the DLC. We got all of Ash's Ariandel done. I got a little stuck at one point because I missed a turn and it led to me going on like a half an hour detour. But now we've made it to the Ring City. And we're now at the sewery depths of the Ringed City, or the swampy depths, however you want to call it. There are 4 bosses between us and the credits. We've got the Half-Light, we've got Mid-Air, we've got the final boss of the DLC, and then the final boss of the game. So the odds are we will finish today. I say that, the test will be Mid-Air. All the other bosses, I know what I'm in for, know what to expect, know what I'm going for. Mid-Air is kind of a crapshoot. I love the Mid-Air fight. It's actually one of my favorite fights in the game. But it is extremely difficult. I'd argue it's one of, if not the hardest fights in the game. Oh, also in this swamp, I can't remember exactly where he is, but somewhere in this swamp, because we can never get away from him, there is a Dragon Slayer armor. But I hope you've all been doing well. I'm going to try, listen, the biggest reason is I want to try and get this game done today, because I want to move on next week. I want to be able to go into next week with the only projects we need to do being Alice Shaylee and whatever, like the next short game I'll start up.
She lived in fear of the dark, and yet fear not, and let the...
Yep, and this guy's going to talk about previous side quests that I've missed. There are a whole host of side quests I've missed, unfortunately, but it's just the nature of, like, kind of just working your way through Souls games. Sometimes you miss out on a lot. What are you guarding? Oh, there's multiple. Oh, there's a whole fucking squad here. Something's shaking. Oh, there's Mid-Air. I think he's going to swoop on down when I go across. Absolutely. Oh my fucking god. That was the tunnel we needed to get into. I had to stop to pick up the item first. I don't actually know if we would have made it, but I had to try. That's why I didn't use an Ember either, because I was like, this is probably going to be a suicide run in-game. But yeah, I know we have to go that way eventually. You also need to defeat, quote-unquote, Mid-Air whilst he's up here, and he will, like, collapse and fall down into an abyssal tunnel, and then you can go fight the actual boss, Mid-Air. In the similar veins at how, like, Kalameet, you have to, actually, like, wound Kalameet first before you can fight him properly. Alright, I was gonna say, are we gonna knock him down? Mind if I do? Ah. Church Guardian Shiv. Oh, I think over here is where the the stray Dragon Slayer armor is waiting. I can see the weapon from here. Do you fucking mind? Hey, dude. I deserve that. Oh, we got him. The Iron Dragon Slayer. The armor defeated by the champion of Ashen Lothric was left ages to rust until it slipped into the Abyssal Swamp, where it was possessed once again by a memory of the hunt. Hey, this is supposed to be fucking Ornstein again, if you didn't realise. Who, after he's defeated in Lothric, eventually ended up here. Which just adds even further to the mystery of, like, what the fuck's with this guy? Why does he keep just showing up? I'm gonna keep what we have. There's the giant. Who isn't a mini-boss, by the way. He does respawn, which is why I'm not really bothering to go fight him. Oh, I see. Because there's a guy there, and there's a guy up there, like, just above my head. I see. At least there's an item below us, but I want to try and get this. Is it dark? Here we come. Yeah, we're nearly there. We just got the second DLC, which is what we're on. And we've already done one boss in it. We've just got Half-Light, the final boss, and the optional boss. And then we've got the actual final boss of the game, and we're done. So, in theory, we should get the game done today. Oh, I have to go around, fuck. Okay, that ring knight's there. Hope you're doing well, dude. It's a really nice and cool Sunday where I am in the UK. We had the thunderstorm the other night. We had non-stop rains last night. It's still super cloudy. Like, it's, like, cool again. Alright, let's piss off mid-air. I think we can barely make it into the fucking cave. Yeah, nice one, idiot. He tried to push us into the fire and then he got too close and I got out. Doing alright. Like, giving me trouble, but other than that physical annoyance I'm dealing with, pretty good mentally. How fares? Is mid-air gonna... Yep. This is our optional boss, by the way, the Dark Eater mid-air, but we can't fight him straight away. And Midir's also got, I believe, like, the most health of any boss in the game. He has, like, 15,000 health. And keep in mind, our average attacks do, like, a couple hundred. Like, he's a bulky boy. But to unlock the... Oh, shit. To unlock the fight, we need to get him to land. And then defeat him on the surface. And then he'll crash down into a boss arena. And then we can go fight him properly. And I also need to remember where his arena is. I'll figure it out. The reason why I say that is because his arena's beyond a fake wall. So I need to actually remember where the fucking fake wall is. But if I remember rightly, the fake wall only appears there if Midir is ready on the other side. You can't find the arena ahead of time. You have to actually have, like, defeated Midir up here on the surface. Okay, I have a plan here. You might be able to figure it out by the fact I'm hovering near this edge. Well, okay, this didn't quite work out how I planned, but we got him. We got him. We got him. That's all that matters. The plan was that he falls off, I stay up there, but fuck it. Okay, I don't mind losing our souls because we're level 103, so that's fine, but I'm going to try and get that back. Ah! Get off me! Not again. Well, I hope you're back easy soon, though, dude. Because I have back trouble as well, and I get it. It's awful. When your back actually starts playing up, you're just like... But then I don't help myself at all, because I've been meaning to replace my mattress for, like, ages, and I still haven't done it. Do you mind? There's no way I'm making this now. But like I said, I want to try and get this game done today because I want to start the Tomb Raider reboot next week. Start working through those games. For over 10 years. I've had my back problem since I was 11 and I'm 26. My back problems first came about because I fell down the stairs and damage to my spine directly from it. It's my mattress. Okay, having the mattress for 10 years is probably no, fucking get a new mattress. Ah. Yeah. My mattress is getting on. I think it's like 6 or 7 years. Long enough. Long enough that it's long overdue a replacement, but that's money. That's the age-old problem, Nicole. That's money. Prices are arse, yeah. Fuck. That's what you get. Oh my god! Oh, he took my head off. Oh, god damn it, I thought I was gonna make it. Just 3 times, yeah. Yeah, the mattress I'd want to get would be like £500 or £600, and I'm just like, ugh, that's money I don't have. I just need to get off my arse, put some money aside, and then just accept that, that bullet eventually. But that's a hard thing to kind of convince yourself mentally to do, because there's always something else you'd rather get, and you're like, oh, but I can still sleep in the mattress, so it's fine. And you wake up in the morning, and your back's a little worse off than last time, and you're like, it's fine. Yeah, no, mine's only on the cheaper end because I don't have a double bed. I have a single bed because I don't have anyone in my life to need a double bed. You're such a fucking bitch. Every time that enemy tries it and he gets destroyed. I'm gonna wait for Media to come back though. I'm not gonna try that gamble. Oh, so it's complete... It's literal, like, junk that if you stop to try and pick it up. Cool. Throw himself up there. Okay, no, you can't really circumvent that. I wanted to see if I could try. I think there's a shortcut up here somewhere, is what I'm looking for. Oh, that's the mid-air bit, right? Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Oh, another enemy just got by mid-air. Don't you love rampaging dragons that aren't your business? They just, oh, something else just died. Oh, it's not me though, so what the fuck do I care? Where is it? I know there's something in here we need. Other than the fucking blindfold mask we picked up. I can imagine them. Yeah, because this drops us back at the entrance. Fucking here comes mid. Oh, was I overthinking it? Is it just here? It absolutely is, because that's the cape leading you on. Because this is Gale helping you out, the red cape. He leaves like trails of it here, there, and everywhere. Blessed, Gem. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty blessed, I guess. But yeah, there's a certain spot where mid-air will land and will let you fight him properly. And I don't remember where that is. If we can find it, though, we're most of the way there on unlocking the boss fight properly. Oh, hey, a bonfire. The shared grave. Oh, is this it? Is this where mid-air kind of drops in and goes, hey, buddy? Yep, here he is. The trick is you want to kind of bait mid-air to trying to reach over to burn that corner you're in, so you get plenty of time to run in and do your attacks and then get the fuck out of dodge. But you may be able to notice mid-air can't actually see us. He's listening to the environment to figure out where we are. Mid-air's blind, which is the only reason why we even have like the vaguest fucking chance against him. Because he thought we were over there because he heard something over there, but he can't actually see us. And it's what makes his boss arena kind of interesting as well, because his boss arena is designed to make them like to give him a chance. It's all in slight water, so he hears you splashing around. Alright, now I'll do it. Now mid-air's crash landed in his boss arena, so we will be able to fight him for real later. Because he falls way the fuck down into that abyssal void there. So when we need to go fight mid-air, I just need to... I honestly will probably look it up, because I don't for the life of me remember how you access his boss fight. I don't know where the fake wall is at all, because it's been 9 fucking years, so of course I don't remember where the fake wall is. But there is a fake wall you have to then break. Bitch, I got stuck on the scenery too much. Oh hey, look, there's a statue of Gwyn. So I'm just kind of checking. Alright, this lift's a shortcut, but where's it to? Oh, I saw there was a side passage there. I'll have to check that in a minute. Oh, this bonfire. Okay, the first one in the city. That actually, I will use this over shared grave, thank you. Oh, I thought there was a passageway there. There is, because you can see there's a gap in the ceiling. Ah, there it is. Oh, was it in here? Aha! The antiquated plain garb and the violet wrappings. Yeah, and down there is... Alright, in for a penny. I wasn't planning to fight mid-air now, but we literally just found him, so I might as well go for it. Welcome, Dark Eater mid-air. As you can see, the arena's designed that he can fucking hear you. And the one thing I've got to say about this boss fight is that this is one of the more infamous boss fights, and it's also one of the more divisive ones. There are people that absolutely fucking despise this boss fight because he has a lot of fucking health. He's insanely hard. The fight takes forever. He has a lot of attacks that do insane damage. He's an extremely difficult fight that takes forever to like set up and get ready for, and sometimes he can just close the distance super quick and burn chunks of your health off. However, I love this fucking fight because you're fighting a dragon, so it should be against impossible odds. It should feel like you're fighting for your fucking life to even get close to winning. And it's the main optional boss of the entire DLC. I know this boss fight's not everyone's cup of tea, but I genuinely fucking love it. Also, depending on where you hit the boss, depends on how much damage you do. If you hit his limbs, you do a little less damage. If you hit his tail, you do even less damage. If you want to get max damage on him, you need to hit his head. Oh, he's doing the full combo, okay. Close enough for phase 2 yet? Ow. Oh, yeah, now it's phase 2. It's on the move. Oh, this fucking attack rules. Burnt through all our heals, but it's fucking fine. I'm not expecting to win this first attempt. Damn, you're already at mid-air. Yeah, hey, Molly. I mean, I'm probably only going to give mid-air one attempt right now, because I haven't done Half-Light or the final boss of the DLC. I just wanted to make sure I knew how to get to him. Because we're not quite ready yet. But I hope you're doing well as always. So yeah, I'll send that back up behind me for later. But I want to press on and do this first. Have you all been good too? Yes, I have, thank you. We had some internet trouble the other day, which is why there's like one stream that's only like 50 minutes long, but thankfully that's been about it. Oh, hey, now it's time for the enemy that had the straight up the meta weapon for PvP for a long while after the DLC dropped. I imagine they eventually nerfed this thing because this thing was busted as shit for PvP. Like, everyone rocked this thing and you just couldn't stop people who had it. Yeah, the Ring Knight paired greatsword. But because this is, 9 years since release, and I'm also playing offline, we're not going to be able to fight the actual gimmick of this boss. Which is that it would summon an actual, like, active player to be your boss. But yeah, the only thing I've got left in the main game is Solar Cinder, because we beat the Prince, we beat Nameless, and we did Ashes of Ariandel yesterday. So now it's literally just Ring City. Yeah, anyway. How you do that so fast? I mean, I got lost in Ariandel for like an hour, but other than that, no, yeah, we got Nameless King in I think like 6 or 7 tries. And Prince Lorien we got in 1 attempt. Well, Prince Lorien and Prince Lothric. Sorry, that was kind of cheesy. Right, and all of this is supposed to buy time for Half-Light to get summoned in. Because when you're playing online, it can then be a player, but... I did actually do this fight as Half-Light against an online player back at the time, and it was pretty fun. Half-Light has just like a lot of tools at your disposal that you can use to like, help. And it's nice to kind of fuck around and actually like see the fear in the eye of the player you're going against, going, "Oh fuck, the boss is a human." The music's great too, but then what else is new? And I believe if you're in control of the boss, you have access to like 2 Estases. Yeah, the bow's not working. Swap off. The bow's not working for you, Half-Light. About 3 people I'm out. Oh, fairs. Nah, I only did it a few times, and I never actually had any ganks. I always had solo players. I imagine with ganks it's a whole different fucking beast. You just go, well, well, not this time, I guess. Like, you stop becoming the boss, you become the victim, but still. But on its own, because the thing is, like, with these bosses, there's one in Demon Souls as well, and I can't remember if there's one in Elden Ring, but these bosses, I like to fight them offline. Not just because, you know, avoiding like having to deal with humans, but because that's the version of the boss that Legacy will get to fight. This game's not always going to have online support, you know? And so eventually there'll be a point that's all that's left is the offline version. The servers will eventually shut down in time, however many years away that'll be, you know? And so eventually that's all that's left, so that's the thing I want to judge. Online Mirror Knight. Oh, yeah. A Mirror Knight was another one, wasn't they? They could summon an extra. But the thing is, that the funny thing is that I actually felt that ruined the fight. Mirror Knight, I really enjoyed the fight up until he summoned an extra, and then the fight got really annoying. But then I was also really tired of Dark Souls 2's insistence to make every single boss fight a gank. So I know that was kind of on me. Like, I know if I ever played Dark Souls 2 again, because I would know what to expect, I would probably have a more enjoyable time with it. It's just that first playthrough definitely, like, was a learning experience. I'll just, you know, do some cleanup and equipment, why not? Summons air. Listen, but one day, maybe, I don't know. My plan after Dark Souls 3, look, the next Souls-like I'll play will be Lies of P, but the next actual, like, shorter end, so to speak, game that isn't like a big turn-based RPG, I plan to go through the Tomb Raider reboot trilogy. Because I said I put it to vote, and everyone voted for me to play it sometime this year, so I'm like, actually now, yeah, summer's coming in, now's a good time to do it. I will take Sister Fried's Scythe, because I don't care for the sash. Oh, we didn't get a soul for... No, we did. We don't get a soul for Half-Light. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought we did. But yeah, I'll keep Midir in mind, but I think I'm going to push on towards the final boss and treat Midir as like the extra fight, like I did with Karla Mate in Dark Souls 1, where like I fought Magus of the Abyss first. But because I plan to finish this game today, I'm going to keep on trying Midir, but if it gets to a point where, like, I mean, hopefully it won't take us, like, 3 hours, but if it gets to a point where, like, we're 7 hours into the stream, I will eventually call it and then go fight Solar Cinder. Because I do want to finish the game today one way or another. And I beat Dark Eater Midir once, but he took me the most attempts of any boss in the game, which is why I'm, like, suspecting he will take me a few hours. But in saying that, I was expecting Nameless King to take me a few hours, and he said we got him in like 7 or 8 attempts, so that wasn't too bad. So I want to go into next week with only Atelier Shaley and starting up Tomb Raider, like, as a thing. Touch the embraced shell. Yeah, and shatter the illusion. I mean, what's the common theory? Is it just shattering the illusion, or is it that we rapidly time travel when this breaks? Because the abyss within breaks whatever this is. And it's like, it's either an illusion, and the illusion gets broken, and it's always been like this. Or we basically catch up to time. So we go, like, we're in the past, and we rapidly catch up to time. And so, because we rapidly catch up, it just decimates everything. I don't know what is the most commonly grounded theory, but they're the two I always hear. I think it's time travel, because Gale has the Executioner's Sword, but after this skip it's completely eroded. Ah, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm more on board with it being time skip than an illusion eroding. Just because Gale's whole form's changed as well when you eventually catch up to him. God, what is it with Dark Souls and pretty ladies just dying? I mean, to be fair, Guinevere was like entirely our fault in Dark Souls 1, even though it wasn't actually Guinevere. It was Gwendolyn being a little fucker. No, it was Gwendolyn's the thing. Guinevere, fucking, I always get the name. They're all called Gwyn, alright? Like, Gwyn was, like, so uncreative with naming his children. Anyway, Phillinor's rest. Let's confirm. Oh, we can't go this way, okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I know there's, like, technically, like, a couple things you can do before you run into the main boss. Because you either go straight ahead towards the boss, or you can, like, lean left and right, and they both lead to little things. But this entire area becomes the boss arena once you trigger the boss, so it's, like, it's better to just do it now. Because, yeah, there's this down here. And I think there's a ringed knight down here. One is a ringed knight, one has, like, an NPC, I think.
I've searched for thee.
Oh, this is the NPC.
Stricken creature. I am Shira.
Daughter of the Duke, descendant of gods, and trusted friend of Midir.
Descendant of gods, and trusted friend to Midir. At once, I am the honor of the gods, the glory of fire, and the fear of the dark. Thou shalt not go unpunished for thy treachery, thy profanity, and thy shameless...
Oh yeah, because she just wanted us to take down Midir and leave. But this is way in the future, so if we walk back, she should still be there behind the door. You done? With your Bloodborne ask weapon. Oh, you. What happened to honor? I say that I like spam S's all the time in these fights, but they're not allowed to. It's like when you're playing Pokemon and the gym leader uses a full restore. You're like, what happened to honor as I use a revive?
Never would I ever forgive thy lowly kind.
Crucifix of the Mad King and another slab. Actually, could you imagine if Pokemon trainers could use revives? That'd be terrifying. Oh man, finally I just beat this gym leader's fucking Rampardos. Took me forever. Oh, wait, what do you mean it's back? Like, could you imagine fighting Lance and he had revives? Oh man, I finally beat those three like Dragonites. Oh wait, he just got all three of them back up. Great, cool. Is he reviving a Garchomp? And here's the stray ringed knight. I know you said stringed rain. I get my letters muddled up. Dyslexia. Which is the twin blade one. Do I actually want to fight you? Actually, you know what? Fuck you. You wander the wilderness. Let's go have our climactic showdown. And fight what's most people's favorite fight in the game. I'd love it too. This fight's a complete hype match. I don't know what my absolute favorite fight is. I love Prince Lothric and Prince Lorien's fight. Not just because of the fight itself, but because of the story around the fight. And like the tragic irony that like now here we are again sort of thing. I love the actual final boss of this game. That one's probably up there as one of my favorites. I said I genuinely love Dark Eater Midir, even though that fight's hard as balls. Nameless King's great. This boss is phenomenal. Freed's pretty good. The only trouble with Freed is that it goes on a little long because of the 3 phases. Sister Freed, or Frieda, how you pronounce it.
What? Still here?
Hey, champ.
Handed over that thing, your dark soul.
Oh, and after we beat Gale, I will go turn in the Dark Soul to the lady in Ashes of Ariandel so she can begin her painting to at least wrap that quest. I know that you don't really get anything out of it, but it's the right thing to do. Then Champion... Oh yeah, Champion Gundy is great as well. To be honest, Dark Souls 3 probably has the most consistent run of bosses in the game. I mean, the series. Yeah, there's a couple that aren't as great, like Curse-Rotted Greatwood kind of okay. And Deacon of the Deep kind of funny, but it's not necessarily a great boss fight. Oh, and the Ancient Wyverns is a level, not a boss, let's be real. Oh, I managed to stagger him out of it. It's coming back to me. This wasn't serious. Yeah. I feel like the biggest thing they learned, although like the Dark Souls 2 team was a B team, it's not this. This is the Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne team. I feel like the biggest thing they learned from 2 is quality, not quantity. Dark Souls 2 does have some great bosses. It just has so fucking many bosses that it kind of starts to dilute its own pool of good bosses, you know?
The dark soul.
Whilst this, it's like, no, let's rein it back. Like, in the main adventure, there's only, like, what, 18 or 19 bosses? Really not that many compared to, like, the 30-something in 2. I think he actually has less bosses in this game, like, excluding the DLCs. I think the DLC makes it more. But I think this game, like, the base game has less bosses than Dark Souls 1. I think. Anyway, phase 2. And the music gets even more hype. Fucking crossbow. I forgot about the crossbow. He just whips that baby out like nobody's business. Top up kill to be safe. Oh, phase 3, I'm the backup. Right, I remember this. Where the skulls land is where lightning's gonna strike. I think everyone on their first run got struck by lightning because they didn't realize that at some point. Whoa. That was a bad heal. Sorry, we kind of got out of that. So fucking good. I am amazed I got away with that. I thought I was going to get exploded away. I thought I got too greedy on the hits. Also, shout out to that iconic clip of Zentreya playing this boss fight for the first time. She getting almost all the way there, and then she got fucked over by a Bethesda update popping up on her screen, like right near the end of the fight. Like, she just got a random notification saying, oh, your Bethesda account needs to update, and she just got killed. It was like an iconic fucking clip. Goodbye, Slave Night Grail. One try, baby. That's so funny. I've never seen that. Oh my god. Oh, it's an iconic fucking clip. Literally, she got all the way to the final phase, was locked in, like she wasn't talking, she was completely focused, playing on PC, and then it came up on her screen in the middle. Your Bethesda account needs an update, and you see, like, her model immediately start fucking freaking out, trying to click it off, and then when she clicks it off, it just comes back, so she doesn't get to escape it. Like, she clicks the X, and it just pops back up and blocks her fucking screen again. And then she clicks it again, and it comes back. And then when she finally gets rid of it, she's long since been killed, because her character's been standing still the whole time. It's just like, oh no, Zen. Like, it couldn't have been worse timing for her. Love Zentreya, she's hilarious. She doesn't even try to be hilarious half the time, it's just fate has a way. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised I got that first try. And with only, like, not even using, like, all my Estus. But yeah. It's upstairs in the chapel, right, that she goes, the painted girl. Once Sister Freed's gone down. Because we'll turn this in first, level up our souls, then start the grind on mid-ear. Oh, I can also show something kind of funny that I don't think everyone knows about Dark Eater Mid-ear when we get there. Because he's blind, it actually plays into a couple of his skills. When you land in his arena, if he's already been activated, aka it's not your first attempt, if you stand still, his first attack will completely miss you. Because he can't pinpoint where you are, so he will miss you. I think it's up here. Yeah, here she is. And you can give her the Dark Soul.
My thanks.
And now she can paint a new world.
With this will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee.
My name is Velvet.
My thanks.
In this.
I will
Because
paint
Dark Souls 1 was Robu.
It will be a cold,
Dark Souls 2, I think we called ourselves... I think I brought back Azel.
gentle place. And one day, it will make someone a goodly home.
And now she will start
I
painting.
wonder when Uncle Gale intends his return. I will of a cold one day.
A cold, dark, and gentle place. Yeah, she's going to paint a new world within the Age of Dark.
I will of a cold, dark one day.
Anyway, let's get out of here before she starts wondering where Gale went to. I'll use the last of these as well.
Then I doused. Very well then.
Alright, Dark Eater Mid-ear. More like fucking Dork Eater Mid-ear. Yeah, got him. In before the next 4 hours straight of me just getting my my shit kicked in. I'm gonna take that insult personally. Yeah, he's gonna be like, Dork Eater? Yeah, you're the dork, and he's just gonna eat me. The only thing that's kind of unfortunate is that the run back's kind of arse, but it is what it is. What's the other way, actually, before I do this? The Chloranthy ring. Oh, stamina recovery. I'm good. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. Like 9 years ago, it's coming back to me. It's like, yeah, I remember this run back, actually. I remember it being kind of tedious. But yeah, if you stay perfectly still, assuming they didn't, like, patch it, mid-air's first attack will always miss. See? And he lands in the right spot for you to get some easy early hits in. It's sort of like how the Amygdala, where it's built off fear of the brain, in and in Bloodborne, there's an enemy called Amygdala. If you stand still when it does its jump attack, it will also miss you because you showed bravery. There's a lot of like intentional, really fucking clever little things like that if you think outside the box in Souls games. It's in the same way, I mentioned it before when we fought Dancer, but every single boss but Dancer fights to the rhythm of the music. Their attacks will start and finish on the second and fourth beat of the music every time. The Dancer's the only exception because she fights on the first and third beat of every track. Which is why Dancer tends to catch out people, because even if you're not aware of that trick, if you're listening to the music, you might subconsciously pick up on the rhythm. And then when Dancer is off rhythm, she will catch you more often as a result. Doing you every day. There's a lot of really cool, like, under the hood shit about the whole trilogy that once you know, you go, wait, that's a thing? The only trouble with Amygdala, with the show no fear standing still thing, is that if you fight him in the chalice, the low ceiling will fuck with his positioning, so he will likely hit you anyway. Or at least there's a chance he will. So it doesn't quite work if you fight him in the chalice dungeon. It's only if you fight him, like, you know, in the main adventure it works, because there's no ceiling to his arena. But yeah, the reason why, like I said, the reason why it misses is because mid-air is supposed to be blind. It's why the whole arena is steeped in water so he can hear you. So if you play up to that, you can get some free hits in on occasion. I believe if you like have something that makes your footsteps quiet, his attacks are more sporadic as well to represent that he doesn't know where you are, he just knows you're here. But him being more sporadic actually makes him a lot harder to predict, so it's not worth it. Time to leave. We're going into phase 2. Lock on. I lost lock on. And it cost me. I got greedy. I know we're close to stunning him, and that's why I went in for the attack. Because when he's nearly dead, you can get a full stun on him. So I was trying to be greedy and see if I can get it. But I don't know if I've been hitting his head enough for it to give me that. Okay, he's going full rampage mode. I am going to top up my healing to max health just to be safe. Oh, that was kind of close. No stun, but we got him on only the second attempt. Oh my god. Hey, we might finish this game in half an hour's time. This might be a short fucking stream, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I was expecting to be here for like the next 3 hours. Uh-oh. Where the fuck's that bomb? There it is. Let's go. Thank you. My heart was racing in that one. I was not expecting to get in that long and that quick. Listen, I genuinely was more than prepared to sit here and be here for like the next few hours. Maybe I am OP in this playthrough. Maybe I have built myself too strong, making the sharp sellsword my main weapon. That sharp gem and then relying on my dex build, I think I genuinely just made myself too strong, which is a wild thing to say in a Souls game. Considering even though I was over-leveled in 2, I didn't feel that over-leveled, if that made sense. I didn't feel like I was that overly strong. But I genuinely feel like we got to a point in this game where like every boss started crumbling really quick. Because Dark Eden Emitter has 15,000 health, and we didn't even get the stun to take a chunk off. We just did 15,000. And then you have to fight Solus in the fist only to balance it out. Hey! Hey, I like what you're thinking. No. I like where your head's at. Someone else can do that. Solar Cinder's peak, though. And the thing is, I feel like Solar Cinder's gonna, like, hit harder now for me, because we've just gone through the whole trilogy. You know, like, I know it's, like, middle of July now, but we started this on my birthday on the 20th of May. This journey through the Dark Souls trilogy. And it wasn't even my plan to do the whole trilogy, for the record. I was just gonna do DS1. But then after I did it, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I've never played 2, and then the rest was history. Save like Gale's great, so you know, to honor our man, I'll get it. And we can get the frayed blade. Let me have a look. Where's this frayed? And the music's super, like, sad and dreary here because I'm going for the Age of Dark ending. I've given the Firekeeper her eyes. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, that's a very fucking high dex for a katana. 40 dex to use it? Hang on. I'm really curious about this. There's nothing interesting I'm going to use for the Demon Prince Souls. Let's just use this so I can max upgrade it quick. I'm really curious about this sword. I want to go check it out. Oh.
What would you have me smith today?
Oh, you know what else we should do before we should go? We should go tell the church that we beat Midir. Oh, it only elects up to 5. It's a special weapon.
What?
Can I infuse it? Where the fuck is it? No, I can't. It's a special weapon. Okay. Ah, okay. I'm a shaman. You know what this feels like? It's like, I'm a samurai. Look at what I can do. Oh, I completely fat roll with it. Okay, I wanted to see what it was like. I need to... I think this is the closest bonfire. Go back to the top where the church is and tell the church lady that I beat Midir. Assuming she isn't, like, pre-cognitively mad at me because of the end of the world stuff. But how would... let's just go. Excuse me. Man, the contrast from, like, the first Dark Souls 3 stream I did, where, like, I had, to be fair, I had awful armor because I started with the sellswords and the armor set that came with that class is not great because I wanted to go for a dex build. But I was dying to like everything 6,000 times, and now here we are, like beating major bosses and threats in like 1 or 2 attempts. I don't know what I'm more surprised by. Gale 1 attempt or Midir in 2 attempts. Oh, the door's open. And we get all of her equipment. Alright, so that's that quest wrapped up. Now, let's go wrap up this game. Let's go to the kiln. And have our encounter with the Soul of Cinder. And what better way to end it than with what the Soul of Cinder is. I don't think there's anything here in the kiln. I think it is just push forward. I also want to say, this is probably the Souls game where I failed the most side quests. I think we failed, like, I kid you not, almost all of them. Just because I missed, like, an interaction somewhere along the way. I mean, there was one I purposely failed. I killed Patches on sight, but... It's weird that they, like, kind of warp you away. Like, the Firelink Shrine is unconnected to everything, even at the end of all this. They would have thought, like, the Firelink Shrine would at least connect to this, but no, you have to warp away from the shrine. Alright. Final boss time. The Soul of Cinder is literally, as the name suggests, is the soul of everyone who previously lit the fire. This includes us from Dark Souls 1. We are literally fighting the combined soul of every player who beat the game in Dark Souls 1. So this is Robu. This is, you know, the character I made in Dark Souls 1. But that's only phase 1. We've still got a phase 2. Which has one of the most poetic endings to a trilogy I could ever have hoped for. There's something about not the previous hero being the final boss of the next game. Straight up, you from the previous game being the final boss of this one. Like, your creator character, basically. And he has the fucking stupid black backflip from Dark Souls 1. Oh, he just buffed himself. So he just did the Flame Within from the spell you get in Blighttown. But it wouldn't be a true finale at the end of the Age of Fire if we didn't have one last hurrah with the one who started all this mess to begin with. Uh-oh. Is it chills every time? Yes, absolutely. Put it in my soul. Ah, fuck. That's okay. Gwyn gets to have vengeance for how much we completely made a joke of him in Dark Souls 1. And this is the biggest reason why I wanted to do this fight last, because to me, this is the final boss of Dark Souls. Not Dark Souls 3, it's the final boss of the trilogy, you know? There's no other fight that quite has that gravitas about it. Like, Slave Knight Gale is a phenomenal final boss for the, like, for challenge, and is a phenomenal final boss for the DLC, but he's not the end of Dark Souls as a franchise. The Soul of Cinder, literally you, and then going into Gwyn, the one who started all of this mess to fucking begin with, is the final boss of Dark Souls. And how fitting that the one who started all this chaos will be here at the end to watch us make the fire finally fade out into the Age of Dark. Oh, he's using a fucking curved sword. I remember the curved sword being the most annoying one to deal with. And I know it's kind of like a little bit of bias showing as well, but I think this is my favorite track in the game. I love the Prince Lothric theme so much because of the story the theme itself tells, even if you don't know his background. I love the sheer height match of Gale. But there's something about the emotional power behind Soul of Cinder that's so much more personal, you know? Because it's not about his story. This is the end of every story. Yours and his. Oh, and Midir's theme is phenomenal as well. He's got the fucking kick. He's got all of Gwyn's moveset. The only trade-off is that you can't parry him anymore, which is like, you know what? Fair. I think they knew, like, they made him parryable. It's like, no, we can't do this shit twice. People can't turn the final boss into an absolute fucking joke twice. Come on. That's going straight up. Oh, I got stuck on the fucking stone. And this is before they got the bright idea in Elden Ring to make it that some bosses have to be parried multiple times before you get it. Which, to be fair, if they'd thought that in this game, I can almost guarantee they would have done that, because that is a smart way of keeping parries valuable without making them OP. Make it that certain bosses have to be parried several times. Like, everyone's favorite blade of Mikolash. You have to parry her like 4 times in a row to get the counter. But that's the final boss. In all of its majesty. And now we get our choice. Do we make the Age of Fire, or do we bring about the Age of Dark? But this whole game's entire theme and message is showing you that it's okay for things to move on. Everything has rotted. The demons that were at the top of the food chain are a cinder of their former self. There's nothing left of them. They're all dead. The cities that once prospered are now littered with corpses and ghosts. The dungeons are just filled with leftover, starving ghouls and goblins. There's nothing left. The Age of Fire has done nothing but eat and eat and eat, and it's time to let it go. I do wish this game had more references to 2, other than just, like, passing, like, glances. Like, when you're in Anor Londo, some of the paintings are of, like, Dark Souls 2 things. Or how, like, the Ring City, when you start the DLC, you work your way backwards through the areas. So you start in Dark Souls 3-esque area, you go through the Windmill of 2, and you end in Firelink Shrine in 1. But beyond that, it's like, no, like, this game's lore leans a lot on Dark Souls 1, but then just kind of gives passing mentions to 2. And I get that it was a different team, so maybe they weren't sure how to handle it, but I felt like 2's story was the most interesting thing about it. That it showed a different angle of the whole thing, and like Vendrick's and potentially the player, depending on what ending you go for's journey to find something different beyond just Age of Fire, Age of Dark, I thought was fascinating. Yeah, yeah, there's like, you know what I mean though? Like, it feels like there's a scattering of Dark Souls 2, but no real integration of what Dark Souls 2 added to the lore. I'm back. Oh, welcome, my man. We literally just beat the final boss.
Flame quickly
And we're about to
fades.
end the Age of Fire. We beat all the bosses.
Darkness will shortly settle.
And we're bringing about the Age of Dark. We're allowing the fire to finally fade. And you just missed the legendary final boss, which is you fight yourself from Dark Souls 1. And then in the second phase, he becomes Gwyn, the final boss of
But one day,
Dark Souls 1, who gets to see the thing that the situation he caused by originally reigniting the flame against its will, gets to see the very end of the journey.
like embers linked
We're in my interpretation of Dark Souls 2. I mean, for your boots. I like Dark Souls 2 as like a third option, instead of it being like what you're kind of like conditioned into thinking with oh, they leave you in control here because you can, if you want, you can kill her and get the worst ending, but I'm not doing that. It's pitch black, so you can't see it, but I was actually in control of her, but no, I'll let it play out.
Hearest thou my voice still?
I was just doing nothing. I mean, for the player, yeah, because that's one ending, but King Vendrick did anything but. He was trying to find a solution to the situation that wasn't just becoming Age of Fire or Age of Dark. And his research, although he ended up coming unstuck, through your actions, you can continue where he left off. And maybe that led to nothing as well. And maybe if that is the case, you have a point, that they didn't pick, so it was the, well, this is what it is. But that's Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is my favourite of the trilogy, and it's not even close. I fucking love this game. It's honestly my second favourite, like, Souls. I would say, like, Elden Ring was my second favourite, but no, the more I think of it as time's gone on, no, I love this game. Bloodborne's still on top. It's like, it's Bloodborne, this, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2. The consequences of neutrality. Yeah, that I think is probably a better aspect to look at it. But genuinely, I love this game. I'm not ignorant to its criticism. The biggest criticism this game gets over the first two is that this game's way more linear. And yeah, it is. Dark Souls 1, you're dropped in the middle of a giant Metroidvania, and it's like, go wherever you want, figure it out. You can do so much in so many different ways, it's crazy. Dark Souls 2 is a smidge more linear, but it's still open in the aspect of, you start in the middle. It's just there are 4 linear paths going in different directions. Whilst Dark Souls 3, although you can explore, you only go from area A to B to C to D to E and so on. It was a big criticism that you can't just go wherever you want and explore anywhere near as much as you could in 1 and 2. And I get it. But Dark Souls 3, as a consequence, makes this game the most approachable of the trilogy. Because if you get easily overwhelmed by Metroidvanias, hey, here's a Metroidvania that literally has level 1, 2, 3 onwards. I mean, yeah, but you have to understand, like, part of the charm and part of why people fell in love with Souls games was the freedom to explore however you see fit. And so Dark Souls 3 coming in and neutering that severely, yeah, a lot of people didn't like that back in 2016. But I genuinely, like, I feel like because this game is more linear, they use it to their advantage to make the challenge more consistent. Yeah, I think my build got a little carried away near the end. I think putting a sharp gem on my cell swords kind of started making me get a little fucking carried away in terms of raw damage I was doing. But as a whole, it allows the journey to be more balanced because it's not like you're going to stumble into fucking Pinwheel like 30 hours into your journey. But yeah, like the exploration, considering it's a Metroidvania, it brought in the Metroidvania crowd, whether they were actually Metroidvania fans or not to begin with. Exploration and being able to go wherever you want was a huge thing with Dark Souls 1 and 2, with Bloodborne. Demon Souls a little less so, because the Demon Souls is kind of linear, but at least you can kind of select what level you want to start on. But the exploration was a huge thing with the Souls series, so Dark Souls 3 being more linear was quite understandably seen as a negative. But the gameplay of this, it's somewhat... Like, people say this game gets Bloodborne-ified. I don't agree with that at all. I feel this game is quicker and is snappier, but no, it's not Bloodborne fast. And it's not supposed to be. It's still very much Dark Souls. I heavily disagree with that one, man. I think the spectacle is that where you go wherever you want, you discover these bizarre magical lands and go, wait, this is here? Like, discovering, you yourself had like a big reaction when I bumped into the Ash Lake in Dark Souls 1. Where, you know, you go beyond Blighttown, you go beyond the darkest abyss of this murky poison swamp, and you find this luscious, never-ending white jungle. With a never-ending lake and hydras roaming it. You know? Oh, hey, I didn't realize they had the credits for the DLC characters. That fades away. I don't agree with that, personally. I think I completely understand and respect the criticism that this game is more linear, and that is not necessarily a good thing. This game still has spectacle, but the spectacle is different. It's not wowing you, it's showing you how far the world's died. And it's the spectacle of going, oh, even here's fucked up, huh? You go to the demons, oh, all the demons are fucking dead, huh? You go to, like, this forbidden land, it's like, oh, there's nothing but corpses here, great. Like, everything's dying, everything is death, the lands are breaking apart, everything is fading. I mean, I don't agree at all, one man, but I think we're just gonna have to leave that there. But to get back to, like, talking more about this game, the soundtrack is the best of the trilogy, easily. This was around the time where people started making the point where it's like, hey, the Dark Souls games have phenomenal art style, but actually, like, raw graphics aren't always the best, and, like, I never really cared for that. I do think the art style in these games are phenomenal. Like, people, like, pointed out, like, the Demon Souls remake that Bluepoint did versus Elden Ring. It's like, yeah, Demon Souls is more of, like, graphically detailed better, but I like Elden Ring's art style. But yeah, what a great way to end the trilogy. And what a journey it's been. Thank you for everyone that's, like, been sticking around. Let's say, my plan wasn't really ever to do the whole trilogy when I did Dark Souls 1 on my birthday. Like, you guys just voted for it, and I went, yeah, fuck it. And then after Dark Souls 1 was done, I went, you know what, I never played 2. Just for sure. Oh, yeah, you know, that when we were talking about, like, humanoid versus kaiju fight, you know what was one example that slipped both of our minds that we forgot to mention? What was the absolute prime example of kaiju fights carrying all the weight, emotion, and power of the human fights? Fucking Final Fantasy 16. The best fights in the game are the monster fights, the kaiju battles, and because they still carry the emotional, like, power behind them. Bahamut is such a, like, depressingly beautiful fight because you know inside the soul of that dragon was someone who just lost his father and kingdom and is grieving. You know, the Odin fight alternates between human and kaiju, and both fight, and like both sides of it are as sick as each other because you see this madman at the absolute depth of his depravity. Like, 16 is, like, the living counter-argument, and neither of us remembered it. Like, it's been a few years, I just forgot. Begin New Game Plus? No. Because I need to, I'm gonna level up and then show my final stats.
Ashen thou, then I am doused given. Very well, then taken.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll make that even. So level 109 total. Why does the Covenant just say Blade of the? Blade of the Dark Moon. Say it right. Blade of the. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, like FF16, I think, is 2 years old now, which is wild. So to give comparison, because I've still got the screenshots, I'll have to bring up the screenshot, so 1 second. You guys aren't going to be able to see this, but I need to bring up the screenshot. Where is it? Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1, I finished at level 93, with Vitality 29, Attunement 12, Endurance 32, Strength 14, Dex 40, Resistance 30, Intelligence 11, and Faith 8. In Dark Souls 2, because that game's heavily inflated, I finished at level 173 with Vigor 40, Endurance 41, Vitality 31, Attunement 5, Strength 50, because I went for a Strength build, Dex 15, Adaptability 35, Int 6, and Faith 5. And now in this game, I finish at level 109 with Vigor 35, Attunement 12, Endurance 32, Vitality 30, Strength 11, Dex 50, Intelligence 10, Faith 8, and Luck 10. And we've only been streaming for an hour and a half. Whoops. Oh, whoops. I was not expecting us to finish. I didn't realize we was this close to the end. I was expecting Darky to mid-air to take us way longer. Free Souls, no intelligence, SMH. Yeah, my plan, I mentioned it back in Dark Souls, but my plan was to do a completely different build for every Souls. And so it was like, it was going to be Dex build for 1, Strength build for 2, and then even Intelligence or Faith build for 3. But Comfort kicked in a little bit. When I went to start 3, I went, you know what, I just want to have a good time here. So Comfort kind of kicked in and Dex build it became. Which is on me. I'm going to take up the Dragon Slayer, the Sword of the Lords. Yes, the Firelink Greatsword, gimme. But this was a great revisit, and I feel like because keep in mind, the last time I properly played this game was 9 years ago. And so it was really nice as well to basically rediscover this game and rediscover my love for it. Like, I looked at my trophy list and all of them said 2016, and I was like, man. Like, yeah, it's been 9 years. Yeah, maybe, dude. But yeah, I'm going to call it here. I know we finished early, but I don't think I'm going to, like, stream, like immediately after this, like I sometimes do on this. I think, honestly, because, to be blunt, I am a little tired. I'm just going to kind of take it easy. I might, however, do a stream in the evening. Like, this evening. So, in, like, it's 11 AM now, UK time, so in, like, what, 5 or 6 hours I might do another stream? If I do, I will start Tomb Raider 2013. Last example of the game I played where Humanoid was inferior to Kaiju was 16, where Dark Purple was... Yeah, fair enough. But I'm going to... 24 hours, by the way, was our total playtime. Have a nice day, both. Yeah, you too, Molly. Thanks for popping in. So if I do stream later, I'll start Tomb Raider 2013. Hey, Kuramedi, I kid you, winning final boss. Oh, god, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. In fucking Neptunia V2. Where, like, you fight the giant kaiju monster, and then you do the 1v1 human v human, but the 1v1 human v human's kind of ass. Like, the fight's kind of like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Also, I ended up deleting my save file from 9 years ago because I preferred this save file. So if I go back to this game, I'll go back to it through this file over my original. But that'll do from me. Thank you all so much for watching. And thank you for joining me on this whole trilogy. It's nice to have the whole trilogy done and on this channel, like, live streamed. Like, you know, it's like a whole beast now, so it can be revisited properly. I mean, with little cinematic missteps, yeah. But... as I said, if I do decide to stream later, I'll start Tomb Raider 2013. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow for Metaphor. So we'll be back on that. And I will even, regardless of whether I do or don't stream, I will put the schedule for next week together in like the next hour or so. So if anyone wants to check the community tab, you can see the schedule for next week and where it will be. But I digress. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely really helps the channel grow. Additionally, you can find my BlueSky and Patreon, and when we get to that stream, that's fine, in the description of every single video. But until then, you guys take care now. Peace.